view the session via YouTube, but we always encourage our students to be a part of the Zoom session rather than being on YouTube because it makes it more interactive and more effective. All right. Can I just get a quick check? Students, are you here? Can you let me know on the chat box or maybe a reaction? Any of that will work. Thank you. Glad to see you guys are already here. I understand that college may have been a long day, but really happy to see you all here for the session. That shows a lot of your commitment as well. I hope you're working on your projects. I hope you're motivating your friends as well to work on their projects. So, but we'll get into all that towards the end. Just gonna wait for another few more minutes. Please remind your friends to join in as soon as possible, either via Zoom or with the YouTube live link that is shared. It's been circulated in all the WhatsApp groups that you're a part of. So please ask them to join in soon. We would love to have good attendance for the live sessions. And I don't want you all depending on the recordings. So please ask them to join in as soon as possible so you can make good use of our speaker who's here for you to understand your future in AI. So just another few minutes. It's 4:07, so we can maybe give it a good 3 minutes so we can start properly and officially at 4:10. Giving you 3 minutes to prepare, to be ready, to keep everything else aside so that we can start the session. Just letting everybody from the waiting room in. Looks like we have viewers on YouTube as well. So if you're there on YouTube watching us live, try your best to join us on Zoom so that you can be here and interact as we go through the session. Please tell your friends not to worry about submissions right now. Right now, it's time for you to make good opportunity of the resource person that is here to understand your future in AI. So have them join in as soon as possible so we can start at a good time. Thank you for your wishes on the chat box. Good evening to all of you who are here. You still see students coming in via the waiting room. I'm just going to wait till 4:10 to start, so please be ready for your session. Please ask your classmates if you're joining as a group of people together. Either way, please be ready for the session and so that you're here and fully present. If there's anybody who's yet to join, please ask them to join in as soon as possible so that we don't delay our session even further. All right. Okay, so it is almost time, so I'm not going to delay this further. If there's anybody joining, please ask them to join in soon so that we may start the session on time so we have enough time for your Q&A as well. So let me just hit the recording. Yes. So welcome to our last session together under the Autumn Certification Program for Artificial Intelligence. This is a Career Connect session that is designed for the students who are part of our certification program to be able to connect with someone in the industry working there so that you get better insights into your future as you step into your career in AI or whichever area it is that you are interested in. So, for today, for this Career Connect session, we have an extremely eminent personality with us working at IBM. Her name is Angeline Annapurni. So, a bit about Angeline. Angeline is a senior project manager who's currently working in IBM with close to 20 years of IT experience, predominantly in strategic and quality assurance programs across diverse domains like HRMS, banking, insurance, and healthcare, transforming business through consulting excellence. She is also a certified Scrum Master in Agile World and a certified Gen AI technology catalyst in the era of AI. Passionate about the new trends and technologies, she has participated in the IBM What's Next Challenge, presented a white paper in IBM Innovatex, and received Gen AI related certificates and badges recently. She is a powerful force in the workplace and uses her positive attitude and tireless energy to encourage others to work smart and succeed. She had also volunteered for some activities under the project based learning as a part of their work at IBM, and in her free time, she likes to read books, paint, and do handcrafts. So, this is the speaker that we have with us today. So, I request the students to just have a clap reaction to the speaker who's here and just welcome her to this session. Thank you so much. All right, so without taking much time, I'm handing over the session to Angeline. Over to you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Anne. Able to hear me now? Okay, great. All right, good to see a lot of people joining. And very good afternoon, everyone, and good evening. Hope you everyone had your lunch and not sleepy at this time. All right. So this is all about the future of AI. Trying to enter. Give me a second. Okay, let me start with this quote. Predicting the future is not magic, it's artificial intelligence. So the future is not at all a magic, and it's all about artificial intelligence now. And when I talk about artificial intelligence, I heard a poem which was written for the AI. Let me read out that poem for you. Though artificial but genuine, though not a human but has brain, though no emotion but teach how to emote, though not eating but teach how to cook, though not writing but teach you how to write, though not studying, yet it gives tips in studying, though no diploma but a master in all degrees. That's none other than the artificial intelligence. Okay, so this is, let me start with the fun image. So even a baby growing now will take over, will come to know about the prompting, the technologies, the terminologies in the AI, and she wants to become an AI expert in the future also. So this is what the field is all about now, and hope you understand the current situation and the way it emerges in the IT field. Some of the quotes given by the CEOs of different eminent companies, like Sundar Pichai said, AI is one of the most profound things we are working on as humanity. It's more profound than fire and electricity. And with artificial intelligence, we are summoning the demon. Technology changes what we do, but not who we are. The human touch will always matter by Tim Cook. And it is possible that we will have super intelligence in the next few thousand days. That's the CEO of OpenAI, Sam Altman, who is the talk of the town now. All right. Anyone knows who this person is? He is Sir Francis Bacon, who is the father of empiricism. So he laid the foundation for the modern science, the fountainhead of AI, robotics, and other slack of related technologies that we are, that are set to revolutionize the way we live in the IT field. So age of computer. It all started with the age of computer, where IBM, who was the founder of the IBM, is all about international business machines, and they found the computer, and it started all with the age of computer era, and where Neil Armstrong landed on the moon till the quantum computing. So quantum computing will take over the world, which is like comparing to reading every book in the library all at once, which means it is actually there for resolving any complex complex problems and provide the solution for that. Okay, so this is all about the AI and the history, or I would say the before era of AI. And I don't know whether you guys can talk. So probably I normally I would want an interactive session. So now I don't know whether I can hear you guys talking. But anyways, if you have any questions, also you can pass me, or you can put it in the chat. And AI used to be the hot topic, buzzword, and talk of the town before. No more a buzzword now, because we have entered the golden age era of the artificial intelligence, and currently it is present. There was no, no more a buzzword. And AI is actually reshaping the way the business grow, they compete with others and innovate, and also continues to reshape the way we work as students or employees or normal consumers, and we innovate and we make decisions. And this session of Future of AI will bring you some perspectives and insights on the emerging trends in AI and the way the evolving AI landscape. So we'll travel in the journey of AI soon. Let me show you a video which will give an introduction of an artificial intelligence.
Concept of machines that can think and act like humans has been around for centuries. Long before smartphones or even electricity, our ancestors were inspired by the world around them and the mysteries of life itself.
We've been through these changes before as humanity. Are you going to be afraid, or are you going to see the opportunities?
The more people have access to AI, the better it is going to be for future generations to come.
We should be treating AI like we do a beloved little child, where you want to teach it how to be a good citizen of the world.
From ancient myths to modern marvels, we'll delve into the stories of the pioneers who dared to dream of thinking machines and the technological advancements that have brought us closer to making that dream a reality.
All technology has no conscience of its own. Whether it will become a force for good or ill depends on man.
The story of AI is a testament to human curiosity, creativity, the relentless pursuit of knowledge.
Okay, I hope you enjoyed that video. It's a small video of how the AI era has started and everything. So now coming to the original content. Before we talk about the AI and the future trends, we'll start up with the history and evolution, and some will sit back and see what has done in the AI field. Okay, so AI refers to, it is the ability of a digital computer or a computer-controlled robot to perform tasks commonly associated with intelligent beings. This is the definition given by the Britannica. And normally, any intelligence, so in human intelligence, normally it's the ability to memorize, to think, to speak, to be creative, to judge and make decisions, right? And artificial intelligence is nothing but a simulation of how the human intelligence works. And artificial intelligence, it involves the development of algorithms and computer programs that can perform the task that are typically require or that a clone or mimic how the human intelligence works. Some of the AI gadgets or the applications or the products that we had come across in the beginning or in the 80s or 90s, like Smart Hand, Siri, and NASA, face recognition, and a robo. All these things we normally have seen in the beginning or probably in the beginning of the AI era. And here I am showing the world's first robo citizen, Sophia. And the first AI CEO, the humanoid robo, is the Mika. All right. So I'll take you a time travel to the era or the history of artificial intelligence, where it started in 1950s. So 1956 is the year where the Dartmouth College in New Hampshire, US, invented the phrase artificial intelligence. And next comes the AI gained traction in 1980s due to the technological advancements that the Japanese made in the sphere. In 1997, IBM's Deep Blue, that's the AI system, the first AI system, created history when it defeated Garry Kasparov, who was the world chess champion at that time. So that's the history. But here is the brief, not the brief, but the extensive detailing about the history of artificial intelligence, where it started from 1950s and till now. So it has come across with all the other technologies. If you see here, it has the ELIZA, it has the neural networks, it has the NLP, natural language processing, it has the deep mind. So all these things it has crossed, and now we have entered into a new or latest trend in the AI, which we will be going to see in the upcoming slides. Okay, so when it started in 1950s, the artificial intelligence, it emerges as a field, sparking as an excitement and exploration for the people, the common people. And during the 80s and 90s, it had that machine learning, which is a subcategory or the subfield of artificial intelligence. It took over, and it takes that AI to the next level, enabling the computers to learn from data and adapt to what is being instructed. And next stage was the deep learning. Deep learning drives the AI boom, achieving the breakthroughs in complex data processing and predictive capabilities, with the decision-making, ability and all. So that is how it has emerged from the 1950s to today. So here are some of the applications or some of the subsets or subfields of AI, which I was telling in the previous slide as well. Machine learning, neural networks, NLP, and robotics. So machine learning is nothing but it enables the systems to learn from data and improve without any explicit programming. So it uses the machines to perform its work. And neural networks is a type of, it is actually a type of machine language and model similar to the human brain. It all works like neurons in the brain. And NLP, it is also a type of ML, but focuses mainly on or enabling the computers to understand, interpret, and generate the human language in the way of how a human would interpret. And robotics, the machines that can assist people without actual human involvement. So these are all the major applications in the AI field. And why it is important for having an artificial intelligence, right? There will be a question normally for automation. Anyway, we'll think about automating a repetitive task. And apart from automating, we have other other components also that leads to the field of AI, which is the accuracy. We need some output with an accurate result or accurate output. So that is what is required from an artificial intelligence. Human may prone to give errors, may prone to do errors. And the next one is the ROI, return of investment. So if you invest something, you may want some additional profit. If it is a bank or anything, insurance companies or any financial institutions, you would like to get some ROI, right? Similarly, the importance of artificial intelligence is getting the good amount of ROI because of the languages, ML or DL. And enhancements, updating your existing way of work or existing products. So all these things are part of the artificial intelligence and the significance. So here we can talk about the human intelligence artificial. Everyone knows that the factors are like time efficient, universal, like human can learn a lot of skills, whereas artificial intelligence needs skills to be trained, and humans multitasking, AI can do more tasks at the same time simultaneously. And decision making, obviously human can take the ability to take the decision, make the decisions, and the AI is getting trained to do the decision making now. And computers are digital and we are brains are analog. And differences between artificial intelligence and machine learning. So AI technology is a simulation of a machine to replicate the human behavior, whereas machine learning is enabling the machines to learn the data, learn from the data, input data, and provide the correct output for that. And examples, if I see AI, we have chatbots, online games. We have seen a couple of applications or apps in the beginning of the slides. And ML, machine learning, some of the examples are like the auto-friend tagging suggestions in Facebook, and online content recommendations. Like if you go to Amazon or Flipkart, when you see a search for one particular product, you will tend to get more products, similar products based on the recommendations, right? So those are all part of your ML's machine learning concept, and even the Google search algorithms also. Okay, so and we saw about AI and ML. Now ML and DL. So DL is the advanced version of ML. So we have seen ML. Now the DL is like I said, it is also a subfield of ML, but that focus mainly on the neural network part with multiple layers. So it instead of any human intervention, it all extracted in the neural network formula or in the feature. And it enables the computer model to anticipate and categorize the information. By filtering out what needs to be given to the output and everything, it will have a feature of extracting and classifying in the deep learning. So this is the complete difference between AI, ML, and DL. If you see, I'm not going to go deep into this again. And the trends in AI, so we have seen a lot, but a few to quote here, like AI, cloud adoption, IoT, Internet of Things, and digital business automation, cybersecurity, customer service. So few of the trends in the business transformation where AI is being used. And industrial statistics, if you see, there are, if you see, like all are in billions, so lots of profits or statistical shares are being in the global market with retail, law, banking, financial institutions, insurance, healthcare. So a lot of companies, they have their own share of market with the AI. So 90% of the businesses, the leading businesses, they have invested in AI technology. So you can understand the importance of AI, knowing the AI, understanding the AI, and learn AI. If not today, probably in future, if you get chance to learn, you have to. Because this is the current and growing technology as well. And even for a lot of startups are 50% of they have invested on US based. So a lot, if you see the statistics, it's more positive towards AI. Okay, so this is also similar to that. So a lot of, 40% of the adults use AI-based voice assistant to search on a daily basis. So normally Siri or Alexa. So we use voice assistants. Obviously, we are dependent on the machines, the AI products for our apps, for our daily basis, for our daily life usage. And similarly, manufacturing industries, they have like 29% of AI applications are used to maintain their production assets. And yeah, a lot of other companies also, they have their presence in AI. In our daily life cycle, yes, we use in email communication, social media. Of course, social media is the first one we should see, and digital assistants, and self-driving cars and parking vehicles, search, stores and services. So in everywhere, if you see from our daily day-to-day basis, from the morning till end, we are kind of dependent on the AI, either machines or apps or anything for our day-to-day basis, for our lifestyle. Okay, couple of the systems, couple of the industries where they are dependent on the AI. Almost all the industries, if you see, starting from healthcare to education, e-commerce, robotics, everything, social media, finance, everyone is kind of dependent on AI. And some of the use cases that this AI is used for in the industries is like GPT, DALI, Deep Dream. So these are all some of the AI use cases. And I'm not going to go through all the list of industries listed here. So as everyone knows, the healthcare, if you take healthcare, so AI provides the faster and accurate diagnosis of the diseases, and also gives the personalized treatment and helps the medical field, people to get a better output. So all these things are there for every industries. So this is a gist of the industries that are collaborated or that have the AI presence in them. Okay, some products that you will be interested to see, like the factory worker robo who will do the make or make the car, and and Foxconn companies and warehouse logistics, Amazon and all, they use robots and the machines to do all this work. Shipping logistics and policeman. In fact, this is also a good one. Security guard, and sniper, robot builder constructing the houses. You see here, and pizza delivery guy. And self-driving car in Pittsburgh, long-haul trucking, so the world's first self-driving semi-truck, and even in the field of music, and the Amazon voice assistants and robots. Even in the field of agriculture, we think that there is no AI in agriculture, but here also they have placed their hand. So these are not immigrants, but they are automation. All right. So with this, we have concluded the AI and the history and what is AI and what are all the trends and applications, everything we have seen. Now we'll step ahead and move on to the next version or the next phase of AI, which is the generative AI, which now it is the talk of the town, Gen AI. Okay, so Gen AI, the technology that creates a new content using ML and neural networks. We'll talk about the Gen AI. It is actually a revolutionary technology that has generated a significant attention and sparked transformative developments across various industries. So there is okay, I have a video to play
Emma, a graphic
to
designer
understand
working
what
on a new
is all
project.
about Gen AI.
One day, her colleague mentions a tool that helps create designs, images, and text using AI. Intrigued, Emma wonders how AI can create something from scratch. Her curiosity grows, and she decides to dive deeper into this new technology called generative AI. Generative AI refers to a type of artificial intelligence designed to create new content, such as text, images, music, and videos. Unlike traditional AI, which analyzes or categorizes data, generative AI produces original content based on patterns learned from vast datasets. Essentially, it generates new, unique material. These models are often trained on large amounts of data and use sophisticated algorithms to mimic human creativity. Tools like ChatGPT or DALL-E can create art, write essays, or simulate conversations by generating outputs based on user prompts. Generative AI has a wide range of applications. Content creation. Tools like GPT-4 generate text, blog posts, stories, and essays from simple prompts. Art and design. AI models such as DALL-E generates unique images and designs based on text descriptions, transforming creativity in art. Music and audio. AI can compose music or replicate voices, offering new possibilities for musicians and audio engineers. Healthcare. Generative AI simulates disease progression or creates synthetic medical data, helping doctors gain faster insights for research. Let's take image generation as an example to explain how generative AI works. Data collection and learning. AI models like DALL-E are trained on large datasets of images paired with text descriptions. These datasets teach the model to recognize different objects, colors, styles, and how to associate text with corresponding images. The more data the AI learns from, the better it can generate accurate and diverse images based on user prompts. Neural networks and transformers. When Emma inputs a prompt like a cat wearing sunglasses, the transformer model processes the text, recognizing words like cat and sunglasses, and links them to images it learned from during training. Transformers help the AI decide how to combine these elements into a coherent image. Tokens and context. The text input, such as a cat wearing sunglasses, is split into smaller parts called tokens. The AI processes each token and understands their relationship. For instance, it knows the sunglasses should be placed on the cat, creating a contextually accurate image. Feedback mechanism. Generative AI models improve through feedback. After generating an image, users provide feedback on the accuracy or quality of the output. If Emma's generated image shows the sunglasses floating beside the cat, she can mark it as incorrect. The model uses this feedback to improve future image generations. Reinforcement learning. Reinforcement learning further enhances the AI's ability. The model is rewarded when it generates accurate images and corrected when it makes mistakes. For example, when Emma describes a sunset and the AI produces a vibrant sunset image, it receives positive reinforcement. Over time, this method refines the model's ability to generate better images. Data science and AI models. Data scientists curate the training data and define the parameters that help the AI generate accurate images. The more varied the data set, the more versatile the AI becomes in generating diverse types of content. Advanced models use billions of parameters, which are settings that guide the AI in processing data and generating outputs. Generating original content. Once trained, the model can generate original images. For example, Emma might describe a futuristic cityscape, and the AI would produce a unique image based on what it learned. The generated image isn't just a copy of past data, but an entirely new creation, showcasing the AI's ability to combine learned patterns and creativity. Now, let's have a quick fun quiz on what we have learned so far. What does generative AI primarily do? A. Analyze data. B. Generate new content. C.
Oh, sorry. Okay, sorry, I had clicked my enter. Okay, so not sure if I can see the chat. Anyone has any comment for that? Is there a way I can see the chat? Okay, all right. Anyways, okay, hope you enjoyed this video. So it gives a glimpse of what the Gen AI does and how it works. Basically, it is the type of AI that can create various data formats like images, videos, audio, text, and 3D models based on or by pulling the data from the cloud. Okay, so okay, all right. Here the generative AI. The most used architectures to build Gen AI models are GANs, VAs, and GPTs. I'm not going to go deep into the technical part of it now. Probably you will come to know when you start learning them. And this Gen AI model is a machine learning model, obviously, but is trained to produce new information instead of predicting the insights. And GenAI makes it easier to explore and analyze the complex data to identify new patterns and trends that might not have been visible otherwise. By responding to the users like humans in the customer service process, GenAI can also personalize the customer experience. So obviously it works like a customer support by getting the input data and giving the output data based on your expectations. And it processes the data in such a way that it tries to get the most accurate based on how you prompt, how you give the prompts. So normally, not sure whether probably you would have used Chat GPT for most of your studies or for your exams or for coding or for anything. So Chat GPT works. In the basis of Gen AI only. So it based on the prompting or the input, it tries to collect the data in the cloud and then tries to give the expected or more accurate data out as an output data. So this slide probably can define Gen AI in a very appropriate manner, I would say. On the whole, if you see the AI, artificial intelligence is the bigger phase or bigger one. And under AI, we have machine learning, and under machine learning, we have deep learning, and Gen AI is another a subset of the deep learning or the machine learning. Okay, so some of the examples that we have seen, ChatGPT, Gemini, Midjourney are all the applications which are trained in Gen AI language or Gen AI framework. So it actually, this is also an evaluation of the Gen AI, where it started with 1960s from the general algorithm, and now with the ChatGPT, the fastest growing AI chatbot is ChatGPT. So this is how the evolution of Gen AI has come. It's started with Eliza and till the ChatGPT. So the key technological applications or the technological models that we have seen are the techniques behind GNAs, the GANs, generative adversarial network, and variational autoencoders and transformers. And so how normally if you take the software engineers or anyone from IT field, how they are using GenAI to enable their engineering field or to enable their products or the process or the projects to build a robust solution is by automating optimization and code generation, enhancing testing and debugging, and simplifying the design of software. So if you take any software engineer, they will try to use ChatGPT or any GPT for that matter to get the codes. I mean, people, they lost the level of creativity, and they, instead of trying their own, they try to get, it's like a copy paste, get this and do this. But still, obviously, you will have to include your own way of trying that code and do it. And in the testing and debugging also, JNA has given provide its own solution to enhance the way the testing is being done. And obviously, the design of softwares is also simplified because of the GenAI models. And some of the applications, so like we have seen before, ChatGPT, DALI, Bing IA, Bard. So these are all some of the applications that you probably can correlate how it works. All right, so we have seen AI, which is a traditional way, and also generative AI. And what could be the difference, major differences between them? So traditional AI, they follow some rules and they use structured data. They cannot go with complex data for traditional AI. And moreover, it solves some specific problems, and they are very predefined. They are pre-trained. So traditional AI, they follow, or they have very simpler models, simple LLM models, and then it automates the task. You can train the model to automate the task. And there are some risk biased decisions. There will be some kind of bias in the traditional AI. And whereas when it takes to generative AI, it creates new content, and it needs large data set. So generative AI is based on data only. It's all about data. Get the data, process, and give the data. So it's all about data. And focus on creativity. Creativity in the sense, it gives some kind of additional, in the video, if you have seen cat with your glass, so it tries to give different varieties of cat, different varieties of glass. Similarly, landscape means it tries to give different varieties, right? So it has, it focuses on the creativity. But in the creativity also, there will be chances of hallucination. So if you hallucination in the sense, very imaginary way of giving the output, need not be the exact one what you are expecting, but it can be very imaginary, okay, out of the real one. And flexible and diverse and high computational needs, and it enhances creativity, focuses and enhances the creativity by including, if you give more tokens, I mean, if when you are trying to work on the back end, if you can see a lot of fields there are, like tokens, temperature and all. So based on the variation that you are giving in the prompt, or in the temperature, in the token, in the backend, it enhances the creativity accordingly. And risk of misleading content, there will be a risk in misleading the content. So probably you might want to have a different output, but it probably leads to a different misleading content also. Revolutionizes the content creation. So it's the basic differences between the traditional AI and generative AI. So top generative AI trends. So like we saw multimodal generative AI, and conversational AI, and AI for hyper-personalization, AI for creativity. So these are all some of the generative AI trends currently existing. And Gen AI devices. Like we have seen Ray-Ban with the Meta smart glasses introduced by Google, Microsoft bag, human AI pins, and wearable wristbands. So all these are like some of the Gen AI devices which work which work based on the data it is getting as an input, and it gives. For example, if you take this smart glass, it gets the data, the vision data, and then gives the expected output. If not the expected output, at least the way it is trained, or it is programmed. So Gen AI, I would say the future, and it is not just data driven, it is also a decision driven. Okay, so that is all about Gen AI, and I would say Gen AI refers to a class of algorithms and it is designed to create the content, and it's more imitating human-like behavior and generate the new information autonomously. Unlike traditional AI models that operate based on the pre-programmed rules, traditional AI will need some supervision, whereas Gen AI systems are capable of producing its own original and the relevant output on its own. And I would say Gen AI has spearheaded the AI's evolution with OpenAI. If you see the OpenAI, they have released their first GPT model in 2018, and the other companies also they started following their the path, and they have their own products like Google's Gemini, Anthropic's Claude, DeepSeek's R1. So all these are like some of the Gen AI products that other companies also started producing in the era. Okay, so the other additional or enhanced version of Gen AI is the AI agent. So AI agent is one subset, I would say, in the Gen AI field. So what is AI agent? Agent everyone knows. So agent, if you take agent, LIC agent, so in 80s and all, in my age, in my era and all, we used to have an LIC agent, a person who used to come to home and asking for policy to be taken, right? So LIC agents, similarly, an agent for booking train, an agent for a booking session in RTO. So all these are like agents who will do a job that is that we are asking them to do. Similarly, we have an AI agent, what it does. So what is an AI agent? AI agent work like how a human agent works. It also works in the same way, similar way, but it has some programmed version, like it does the autonomous action with the by delegating the task in such a way that it gives the result. So human control, and it goes similarly. Agents, they used to delegate the task, and the tools that are being used for an agent is the API functions, API calls, and the cloud data, and interpret their code. Some of the types of AI agents are like learning agents, utility-based agent, simple reflex agent, goal-based agent, model-based reflex agent. So there are a lot of different architecture or different varieties of AI agents, like single agent, multi-agent, human machines, and they do their work based on how we instruct them. So agent acts as a personal assistant. Okay, for example, if I have a assistant, if I say take some water for me, it takes, he or she will take a jug of water for me, right? Similarly, in the field of the computers, or in the field of AI era, then we instruct that agent to do some work, and it does the work, or by delegating the task, and gives the result. Multi-agent, agent interact with other agent in a collaborative way and does the work. Human machine agent interact with human to provide the assistance. So these are all the introduction about AI agent. And how do AI agents work? Design a plan, laying out the path forward. So design, we'll have to design on the workflow, use the software tools, acting with precision, and reflect on the performance, learning from every interaction. And then they collaborate with other agents and humans. This is how the agent works. So based on how it has to work, we'll have to instruct the agent to do the task. Okay, so how to build an AI agent system? Establish your objective. We need to have a proper objective. What is the intention for getting or building that AI agent, and select the right framework and libraries and the tools, everything. Select the programming language. So we have a lot of programming languages like large language models and all, Llama, Granite, OpenAI's thing. So a lot of language models are there. Choose the right language to build that AI agent, and collect the data for training. This is the very important thing. So collect the data. So everything works based on the data and training. Any artificial intelligence mechanism or the models will work on the training. Okay, similarly, and after once the training is done, then start the model training and deployment of the age model, test the model and monitor and optimize it. So this is the simple form of how the AI agents used to build and work. And types of AI agents. Lot of AI agents are there, like fixed automation, LLM based, React agents, Reactor plus RAG, tool enhanced. So these are all some of the AI agents. I mean, lot of things are there. I'm not going to go deep into those. Okay, this is agentic AI. So we have seen AI agents, and some of the typical examples, if I had to give for agents, is like AI tutor, and self-driving car, and smart thermostat. So all those, all those agents will do the will hear the instruction and do the work that is being trained. But agentic AI looks like both are similar, but there are differences. Probably the major difference is the order where the agent is placed, right? AI agent and agentic AI. So agentic AI is the next evolution of artificial intelligence after Gen AI and AI agents. What agentic AI does? So this AI is this AI which acts and makes the decision without human guidance. So the agents normally trained. If you see, AI agents will need a training from the human or the person to guide it and do the work. But agentic AI will not need any human to guide it, and instead it will take its own decision to do the job or do the task. So that is agentic AI. And similar to what AI agents, we have memory, tools, goals, objective, everything is there, and the agent is also built. But here the additional thing is the action and how it is programmed and how it is, what kind of environment it is being worked upon. So all those things matters for the agentic AI. So how does agentic AI work? Initially, we set up the goal or the objective or the intention for getting that agentic AI. And next comes the task decomposition. So what are all the tasks it needs to do? So that will be split and written, or we need to define the boundaries and rules and constraints and everything for the tool to work or the app to work. And the next one, choosing the right model and tool. Like I said, the Llama, Granite, and GPT models. So all those which model we need to have. Every model has its own characteristics and its own benefit and own drawbacks. So we need to choose the right model for the kind of agentic AI that needs to work for us. The next is the context and memory setup. The fifth step is the planning and reasoning, and the execution and collaboration, monitoring and feedback, continuous improvement. The last but one, the feedback mechanism is very important, because even if you monitor the agentic AI, how it works and all, by giving the right feedback and feed the system with the right level of data or instructions or programming, it will have a continuous improvement to get into a better result. And for all these tasks, for all these functionalities, we need to set the right objective for individual functionalities, and also we need to define the boundaries and rules and constraints. Then only the agentic AI will decide or will take a decision accordingly. Okay, so we have seen AI agents and agentic AI. Differences between them. AI agent is a single task automation. You ask the agent to do a task, for example, a train booking agent. So you call them, ask them to book the ticket, they will book and give you the ticket. So that is the agent, single task automation, and follows instruction. whatever you say, that it has to follow. It cannot say no. And reactive reactive and predefined. It's all predefined and trained. The model is being trained. Limited scope, no memory planning. Whereas agentic AI is goal-oriented and autonomous. It can actually do its own job by its own, and moreover, it is goal-oriented. The goal can be a different one, and it sets its own path, proactive and adaptive and orchestrated task. Sorry about the spelling mistakes, and integrated memory planning. So to give an example of agentic AI, for example, if I want to if I want to go for a vacation, so I will have one agent or an agentic AI who will do the work like booking the train, booking the hotels, and booking the getting the places, what are all the places that I can visit, and that will list to me. So all these things it can take. So if I have to go to Goa means, then I will say, okay, I have to go to Goa. The agentic AI will interact with other agents, or it can do its own also by booking the ticket, either flight or train, and then it will see what are the places there, and it will give me the list of places to go and check, and also look for the hotel that I can check in when and where, and also give me the temperature of that place, and the climatic conditions, weather report. So everything it will give. That is the agentic AI. So it is not just the one particular goal or the one particular task. It is taking multiple, and also it decides on what needs to be done based on the decision-making capabilities there in the agentic AI. So simple examples, if you can see, basic chatbot is agent and simple automation script, whereas agentic AI, we have AI assistants, research agents, and design collaborators. So anyway, both the agents and agentic AI, they revolutionize the development of the business operations in current world. Okay, now we can see the differences between Gen AI, agentic AI. So Gen AI creates the content and responds to prompt and generate the text and images, basic API access. Whereas agentic AI is the advanced version. It takes the action, makes the decision, acts independently with goals, plans, executes, and adapts the actions, and moreover, it has the deep system integration. So that's the differences between Gen AI, generative AI, and agentic AI. And now we have seen both, all Gen AI, agentic AI agents, everything. What are all the key differences? So why I have explained all these things, because the agents or the agentic AI is it all about the chat GPTs and any GPTs for that matter, any apps are built based on these concepts only, and that's why I'm giving more explanation on these topics. So Gen AI, it's creating the new content, and moreover, it has the LLM, normal LLM, and simple model, and human prompted creation, content creation, chat GPT, and marketing content. Whereas AI agents and agentic, if you see, they have their own specific tasks to do autonomously. And agentic AI will do, in addition to the autonomous operation, it takes the decision making role as well. And core technology, of course, with the LLMs, and also along with the LLMs, we have API integrations or API tools and rule-based systems, and sometimes advanced LLMs also being used. And both the concepts are like task-based, task-specific automation, and some of the examples, the customer service agent, research co-pilots. So all these things are like the examples that we can see for both, for all of these things. And use cases, like the content creation is from Gen AI, whereas the AI agents will have the workflow automation, customer support. So customer support means once we can have a robot, we can have a person, or we can have, if you see in any of the sites, websites, there will be a question, FAQs, right? Hi, I'm so and so. Do you have any questions? So all the based on your question, it gives. So that is customer support. And the strategic planning and complex analysis, even the FAQs or if the questions that are being asked, it will generate or it will act and decide and then give the response. That is the agentic AI. So I hope you have understood the differences between Gen AI agents and agentic AI. All right. Now moving on to the future trends in the artificial intelligence. Some of the possible applications in the field of artificial intelligence. When I say artificial intelligence, it's not the primitive AI, but it also constitutes the Gen AI or the recent agentic AI agents and everything. So, inclusive of all the applications, all the, the format of AI, we have few possible applications that are available. It's the Internet of Things, robotics, machine learning, social network analysis, simulation modeling, deep learning, virtual personal assistant, visualization, audio analytics, graph analytics, and image analytics. So these are all the applications or apps that are being framed or built based on the concepts under AI. So top 10 trends reshaping the current year. So current 2025, we have agentic AI, Gen AI, AI companions, multimodal AI, green AI, edge AI, ethical AI. So a lot of models and lot of trends are there. These are like they will have small or very minor differences between them. The way it works, and probably the models or the framework will be the same. Okay. Okay, since we have seen a lot of things about AI, the trends in AI, the applications in AI, and lot many things we have seen, right? Examples and a lot many things. But there are still some advantages and disadvantages in the field of AI. I wouldn't say disadvantages, I would say some challenges in the field of AI. Advantages anyway we know, it's like 24/7 available, of course. Since it is there, it will be there for you to do your job. And it is scalability, improved accuracy. Of course, we have a very accurate way of result when you use the AI. Enhanced safety, improved human experiences, and unbiased decision making. So lack of emotional judgment, so you need not bother about what would they think and all. And innovation, improved efficiency, productivity. A lot of things are there as advantages. But disadvantages, or the pros and cons, like the cons of using AI is lack of creativity. So when you start using AI tools or apps, then you will tend to depend on the tools only. You will lose the creativity, way of writing or reading everything. So you probably kind of losing your lack of creativity and absence of empathy. And of course, it's not human intelligence, right? And skill loss in human, increased laziness in humans, and lower productivity. So we always depend on the tools and apps. Even for calculating 2 plus 3, we used to go to the calculator in the mobile and check. So we tend to be very lazy in doing the things and depend on the tools and the apps for anything. And also that because of that, we lost the productivity also. And most of the time we hear about the job loss and displacements. Many companies have started their laying off, right? And it's all because, not because of AI, but because of the way maybe the employees need to train themselves in AI. We need to be trained in AI. Only then we can survive in the field of the IT or any field for that matter. Even if you go to the manufacturing field or and automotive industries, anywhere, the inclusion of AI is mandatory. It's necessary at this moment of time. And ethical privacy violations. So normally we tend to have a lot of privacy issues in the data. For example, recently with the banana app and all, we or the other one, deepfake and all, we tend to upload the photos without knowing that what would do with that data. So but the data, whatever we are uploading or we are sharing or we are using, the input data, not sure whether that will be very secured or that will not be used anywhere else. Correct. So that privacy issues are still there, which is a challenging one with AI. And high energy requirements, questions of sustainability. For a single prompt, if you take chat GPT, for a simple prompt, normally we tend to give any simple thing like what is the temperature of today. That is a simple question that we know only, but still we'll go and type it in the chat GPT and ask. But we don't know that a simple prompt will take how many watts of energy or how many energy consumption is required for getting the result. Okay, so what I would say, or I would request you not to use for a blunt or for a very abnormal questions and all, but please be very specific with your usage or with your questions or with your intention, objective. So if you are really need any kind of a data or any kind of code related or any for that technical aspects or for your studies of and for any intentional behind that prompting or question, it needs to be very useful for you, helpful for you. Instead, if we try to use many unnecessary or unwanted questions, will not be a good way of work. And inaccuracies. Sometimes we will not get the accurate values also, right? So inaccuracies will also be there. Unforeseen risk stemming from AI flaws, risk on a larger scale, and deepfakes and other fraudulent activities, like I said. So more of a cyber security issues prevail in the current era because of the data. So the data is there everywhere, and no one knows who is using the data and how the data is being used. Data in the sense, any data for that matter, even my name or my Aadhaar card number, my some data of my own personal things is being used somewhere else. So that is, the fraudulent activities need to be regularized somewhere. And uneven distribution of benefits to society. It's not benefited to one particular, I mean, it's not benefited across the society, but it is, it is towards one particular, maybe the one area or one field. So that is all the challenges or the cons of using AI. And ethical considerations. Okay, I was telling the ethical considerations. So what kind of ethics we need to consider while using AI? Whether this, the AI tool or the app, whatever we use, whether it is not a biased one, and it's a fair one across all the data, liable, whether it's liable or not, whether it is secure or not, whether it is not misusing my data, and human interactions. So normally it stops the human interaction. So even within the family, we tend to see once in a while only. So it actually stops the human interaction. And employment, is AI getting rid of jobs? No. I mean, it's a question again. And wealth inequality, who benefits from AI is again a question. Power and control, who decides how to deploy AI? And robo rights, can AI suffer? So all these things are the ethical questions we need to think and see. Maybe when you become, engineer in the IT field, or when you become a data analyst. So whenever you are getting into a different field, you'll have to think of how the data or how the AI can be used in your field. Okay, and next comes the career building in the artificial intelligence. So since you guys are in the college, you may have questions on what kind of career that we'll have to choose, whether I will be into IT field, whether I will be getting jobs or not. So a lot of questions will be there. Don't worry, we have lot of career opportunities in the field of artificial intelligence. With that will go to see. But even before getting into the career path, what we have to see is the power of continuous learning in AI. We need to have some kind of a skill set so that we can be more expertise, and then it would be easy for us to get into a job where AI is there. So if you see any job for that matter can be done by AI tool or AI app, right? So we'll have to see whether I can be trained in that job so that I can drive that AI tool. It's not that only AI can do it. We need to be expertise in the way that we can train that AI to work for us. So power of continuous learning is the adapting skill to the latest developments and enhancing skills and embracing to the new technologies. Getting expertise in the area of what we work or what we study, and getting the right opportunities at the right time. So all these things are like we need to have a continuous learning in the field of AI. Okay, AI careers. So when we talk about AI, there are a lot of career opportunities still there. Data analyst who will do the work with the data. So if you see the Chat GPT and other apps for that matter, there are a lot of data analysts who works on the data, getting the data, input data, and works on how the programming is being done, and gives the output result, like prompt engineers and AI software engineers, AI architect, AI consultant, business intelligence developer, research scientist, machine learning engineer, user experience specialist, wrangler. So a lot of opportunities are still there, and based on your interest, where the area of interest, you can try getting more insights into that particular area and get into that career. So some of the skill sets or some of the careers that we can see here. Roadmap to become AI engineer. So when I talk about AI engineer, so we can see the path where how we can do, or what is the roadmap for me to get into AI engineer. So obviously you start learning the introduction, start learning AI, and obviously you need to have some mathematical knowledge, because it's all about statistical data and data analyst, and it's all analytical data, right? And programming. Python, Java, and all these things, and machine learning, data science, big data, data science, and then machine learning, deep learning, business intelligence, AI engineer. So this is the roadmap for you to become an AI engineer. So you need to understand what the programming, data sciences, machine learning concepts, and the learning, the models, and deep learning areas, and business intelligence. And the data engineering roadmap, data engineering, data analyst, so all related to data. So data, obviously, it starts with the SQL. So SQL, then data modeling, data management, integration, data quality. So all these things will come into picture when we talk about data engineering. And machine learning. So for any machine learning, the base is the mathematics. So maths, programming, Python, the data, I need to understand the concepts of database, and the machine learning concepts, machine learning programs, models, and libraries, the algorithms, and then the deep learning, data visualization tools, and ML engineer. So this is the way we will have to learn and become an ML engineer. Okay. And the AI survival strategies. So if I have to be survived in the world, in the world of AI era, or in the IT field, or in any field for that matter, what needs to be done? The survival strategy. So we need to be surviving. So it's all survival of the fittest, right? So only when you know something, you can survive in the field. Only when you do something extra or unique, you can survive. So I cannot be like any other one of 10 people that I can go and do the job. No, currently the market is very I would say like not so good. So we'll have to prove ourselves to get survived in the field of AI. So we need to understand the AI, stay informed with the data and details and informations. Digital literacy. So go and read the concepts, human skills, lifelong learning. We need to learn. So I'll have to keep updated. As and when we have some additional apps, additional versions, applications are coming, we'll have to keep updating ourselves in order to be very competitive in the market. So lifelong learning is there. Ethical awareness, AI governance, health and wellness. So these are all the survival strategies with AI. Okay, before getting to the future of artificial intelligence, how AI is changing the world, and we were talking about the career, right? So some people worries that AI might take away my job or make things too fast to handle. But the truth is, AI can be both a threat and an opportunity. It depends on how we choose to use it. So to make AI as a good companion for us, we need to learn the new skills and use the AI to help others or the society. Try to get some startups, try to get some new apps and all. And the government should have some good fair rules in order to have the privacies and the data policies, everything. And I would say AI is like fire. It can warm your home or burn it down. So it depends on how we take it or how we accept it. So if we guide it with care, if we guide it with good intention, it can light the way to be a better future. So that's what the pros and cons that we have seen before. Okay. All right, and this is the slide about IBM Watson. And IBM Watson, I think we have seen in one of the slides that IBM's deep mind is the computer which defeated Gary Kasparov, the chess champion. So IBM, the same IBM, has established a framework or the platform for AI. It is the AI platform for IBM specific Watson for business, and it is a cognitive AI platform built to tackle the heavy data environments, and it extracts the key insights and understands the context. And it is across it has been used across all the domains, all the sectors of industries, right from the healthcare to vision to automotive manufacturing industries, a lot. So the brief history of IBM Watson, it started with 2006 with the R&D, research and development. And there was a Jeopardy, the Grand Challenge competition where it was demonstrated, the IBM Watson was demonstrated and it actually won. There was a game, I don't know how many of you have heard about it, but it was demoed and it actually won the competition. And Watson for healthcare, it started in 2011. Where it was commercialized, and then it was involved in the financial services and other cross industry applications as well. So currently IBM Watson X is one of the eminent, I would say like very prominent AI platforms is being used across the big industries. And the picture here is the IBM the studio in MIT in US. And he is Aravind Krishna, who is the CEO of IBM. This is one case study or the one case where use case where speech recognition is being taken care or done by the IBM Watson platform using the machine learning language. So IBM is a pioneer in developing speech recognition technologies and services that allow enterprises to automate complicated business operations while acquiring critical business insights. So here if you see Watson speech to text, text to speech. So that was initially introduced by Watson. All right, some fun corner. If you see here, A of the past and A of tomorrow, how it would be. Normally, we used to have A with unexpected errors, blah 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 blah. But A of tomorrow will tell you that your blood sugar is low and everything. And employee of the month, no wonder. Probably in future there can be a competition where A can win the prize. And it is again a job interview. I mean, just for on a lighter note. Can A take over the world in the future? It's a big question, right? That we'll see. What if we don't change at all and something magical just happens? So what we need to do is changing. We need to change our attitude. We need to change our intention. We need to change ourselves to get into the AI area. And I don't know whether you guys can answer this, but just a few fun quiz with AI. What's an AI's favorite drink? Any? I don't know whether I can see the chat. Okay. And can anyone unmute and answer? No, right?
Yes, they can unmute if needed, but they can also use the chat box. Students, what's an AI's favorite drink? You can use the chat box to answer.
Just a fun. I mean, it's all about no serious question here. We need to be very creative also, right? Water, data. Okay. Water is a good guess, but it's not. Coke, no way. All right, let me give the answer. That's Java. Oh, blood of human, that's interesting answer. Okay, so Java is nothing but a coffee. Okay, Java program. And what's an AI's favorite? I'm not able to see that. Favorite type of music? Human voice, good guess. Python is not a music. Okay, anyway, that's a program. Any interesting answer? Some unique answer. You will have to think something else and give. Neural drift, frequency, good one. C sharp. All right, I will give the answer. That's algorithms. Okay, why was the AI always organized? Any unique answer? I mean, think differently. Because of stacking. Correct. Yeah, you are close to that. Because of all, it's arranged, completely arranged and stacking. Why don't the AI ever play hide and seek? Any guesses? Any wild guess? It will get banned if we did so. Of course, yeah. That's a good answer. Okay. Let me give the answer here. Because they can't stop tracking everything. Because they will track everything, right? I think Meher has the answer because AI always finds you using the data. So it always finds you. The last one. Why can't I'm sorry, AI do stand-up comedy because all its jokes were predictable. Okay. I hope you enjoyed this fun session. Just a break from your serious notes of theory and other stuffs. Okay, thank you. Last is Opriel. Yes. Okay, and I'm sorry. Okay, the future of AI in 2035. Now we have seen everything in starting from 1950s and to the 80s and 2000s and 2025. But what AI will be in 2035? I have a video for that as well.
The dawn of a new era. As we stand on the precipice of a technological revolution, the year 2035 looms as a pivotal moment in human history. Artificial intelligence, AI, is poised to reshape our world in ways we can scarcely imagine, ushering in an era of unprecedented change and possibility. The singularity approaches. The concept of the singularity, a hypothetical future point when artificial intelligence surpasses human intelligence, is no longer confined to the realm of science fiction. By 2035, we may be witnessing the early stages of this transformative event, with AI systems demonstrating capabilities that rival or exceed human cognition in various domains. AI's impact on daily life. Enhanced productivity. AI-powered personal assistants will become ubiquitous, managing our schedules, anticipating our needs, and optimizing our daily routines with unparalleled efficiency. Healthcare revolution. Advanced AI algorithms will revolutionize medical diagnostics and treatment, leading to personalized medicine tailored to individual genetic profiles and lifestyle factors. Education reimagined. AI tutors will provide customized learning experiences, adapting to each student's unique learning style and pace, democratizing access to high-quality education worldwide. The changing face of work. As AI continues to evolve, the job market will undergo a seismic shift. Many traditional roles will be automated, but new opportunities will emerge. AI ethics specialists, human AI collaboration managers, virtual reality experience designers, quantum computing programmers. The key to thriving in this new landscape will be adaptability and a commitment to lifelong learning. Ethical considerations and challenges. With great power comes great responsibility. As AI becomes more integrated into our lives, we must grapple with complex ethical questions. How do we ensure AI systems are unbiased and fair? What safeguards are needed to protect privacy in an increasingly connected world? How can we maintain human agency and purpose in a world where AI can perform many tasks better than we can? The human element. Despite the rapid advancement of AI, the human element remains crucial. Our creativity, empathy, and ability to think abstractly will be more valuable than ever. The challenge lies in harnessing AI to augment our capabilities rather than replace them. Preparing for 2035. As we approach this transformative period, individuals and societies must prepare. 1. Embrace continuous learning and skill development. 2. Foster critical thinking and emotional intelligence. 3. Engage in discussions about the ethical implications of AI. 4. Support policies that promote responsible AI development. Conclusion. The year 2035 promises to be a watershed moment in human history. As AI reshapes our world, we have the opportunity to create a future that amplifies the best of human potential. By embracing change, addressing challenges head-on, and maintaining our core values, we can ensure that the coming era of AI brings about a more prosperous, equitable, and enlightened world for all of humanity. The dawn of a new era.
Yes. So the dawn of new era has started, and we have a lot of things to see in the future in 2035. And I was telling that artificial intelligence is a tool, not a threat. So AI is going to change the world more than anything in the history of the mankind. And whether AI can take over the world in the future, no. I mean, unlikely. We may not know, but AI is very powerful and still depends on the human oversight, ethics, regulation, security, policy, privacy, etc., etc. So it needs the human intervention for sure. In addition to that, human are needed to feed the data, train it, make the critical decisions. So without human, it is just a tool with no purpose. So the future of work is AI. And are you ready for that? So it's a question in front of you. You'll have to work on it. And change alone is eternal, perpetual, and immortal. We'll have to change ourselves in accordance with what is there in the technological world, in the era, and we have to go with that. And I would conclude this with the quote, AI will not replace you, but a person using AI will definitely replace you. So we'll have to be more, efficient enough and proactive to get, to study, to understand, to give our 100% and then get into a better job, better position. So AI is not about replacing human. It's about replacing the human excuses. So this quote highlights the idea that AI is a tool that enhances the human potential, but it's the individuals who harness its power that will shape the future. And I would conclude it with the future of AI is both exciting and challenging. Its potential to revolutionize the sectors, the industries, improve the decision making, and solve complex problems signifies a very transformative phase for the global industries and the society at large. The need for responsible AI is paramount. We have a very collaborative responsibility and accountability to shape an AI-driven future that is inclusive and beneficial for all. So together, technologies, policymakers, citizens, students, the workers, employees can forge a balanced path that maximizes the AI's potential while safeguarding the society at its best interest. So I would conclude that with that conclusion notes. Any questions? And thank you. Thanks for your patience. Any questions? I can take up, I'll look into the chat window.
Students, I request you all to take this time to ask Angel and Ma'am questions in general about AI, in general about your future in AI, what can you look forward to, etc., and things like that. This is one opportunity that you get with an experienced person from the industry. So if you have any questions, you can definitely put it forward to her and let her know your questions related to career in AI. So please use this time to put forward some questions. You can use the chat box. If it's something that you want to unmute and ask, you can just raise your hands and I can unmute you as well. That's not an issue. But please do ask some questions.
I hope you find this session useful, not boring. Even if it is boring, you have to, because that's how the future will be. And AI job packages, that depends, right? What studied? What have I studied? I did my Bachelor of Engineering in Computer Science. Job packages, it depends on the level of, we have seen, right, data engineering, data analyst, an ML engineer. AI engineer, AI architect, so AI, so a lot of career opportunities are there. But keep updated with all the technology and all the new applications, new technologies, new languages, new programming skills. Will AGI ever be possible? Yes. Okay, let me start from the questions before. Hey, we truly be fair and unbiased. Maybe time will tell the answer for that. We may not know, right? But the government and the policy makers need to have the policy, the regulations to have the AI, meaning the apps, to be very fair and unbiased. Do the current industry requires experienced people for this AI-related job roles? Do they not hire freshers? Yes, they would hire freshers. But the problem is, obviously, there will be freshers hired for every company. And even after you are taken to the companies or industries, you will have to be updated with your skill sets. And as and when you get experienced, you will be taken to relevant jobs accordingly. Cyber security. Okay, I don't have the cyber security field added here, but it's all about. I mean, I can get the maybe the roadmap and share it with Anne. AI is already used by everyone. How long can we sustain cloud storage, and what AI tools should I invest in to explore that? So it is not just AI, right? We have come across the AI, the terminology, and now we have gone to a different. If you see the video in AI 2035, there are a lot other technologies, lot other applications. Quantum computing is there. So too many things are still prevailing now. Disadvantages on relying on too much AI. You will lose your creativity and you will depend on AI or app for everything, anything and everything. That will the human nature of the human intelligence will be lost. Your intelligence will be lost, and you will rely on the artificial intelligence. Importance of AI in student role. Advantages and disadvantages. So okay, if I understand your question, the importance of AI that we have to understand, right? That you have to learn. Yes, you are required to learn AI, at least the basics of AI, and at least try to get some intro about the Python programming and the prompt engineering. So those steps are very required. If you want to get into any company or any industries or any enterprise for that matter, you will have to get some knowledge about it. Considering the current advancements in artificial intelligence, how far are we from developing an AI like Jarvis and Iron Man, one that understands context, emotions? I think we are very close. So now, with the level of technology or apps applications currently prevailing, we are almost close to the Iron Man who understands the context, emotions, everything. Even the current a lot of robots are being introduced with those level of informations, right? They can play, they can answer you, they can do whatever you are instructing them. So it is very close. Tell about the backend data reasoning, or maybe call it thinking pattern or analytics. I am not very sure about. I mean, if you ask about data analytics, yes. So it's the technology of analytical data analytics, where you will be analyzing the data, input data, and what informations are there, segregating the data, and work on it. That is what I understand, but I'm not very sure about the data reasoning part here. Java or Python, which one is more efficient in AI field? Okay, Java is the basic one and Python is the trending one. So I would suggest Python. I mean, if you know Java, well and good. At least the basics of Java you should know, and Python is the trending one now. Do you believe AI will ever develop genuine consciousness or emotions, or will it always be simulation of intelligence? It is actually the simulation of intelligence, but the emotion part we have not gone to that level now. But I would say it will not. In future also, it will never have that emotion or empathy. So if you ask them to slap someone, it will definitely slap. It will not think whether it is your close friend or not. So no emotions. How far did you learn AI field in the scale of 1 to 10 based on your lecture? I will rate 9. Did you learn a whether you are asking me or you are giving your thing? Okay, anyways, thank you. I know basics of Python, but how can I use that? Like the programs I create are always with me only. Okay, you want to implement? Try to create some assistants or agents with that programs. Try to create simple programs and then try to create an assistant or an agent and then a chatbot, a simple chatbot. Probably a question answer like a teacher chatbot. So if you ask the teacher for any questions, you can feed the data and get the answer from the teacher. So it's like a teacher chatbot you can do. How to do the project which is given? I don't know why, on what context. Please don't do copy paste, simple copy paste and work on it. How can we ensure that AI development remains ethical and unbiased? Okay, it actually we cannot tell that because unbiased, it depends on a lot of other factors too. At least the people who are creating the AI applications, they have to be very conscious about the ethical standards. And also the government should regulate some of the policies accordingly. To make chat box. Okay, you want to make a chat box. So start reading and then start working on the programming part and try to get simple chat box. What is the thing or topic that AI does not know? Okay, I think it's KNOW. I don't know. Maybe it knows everything. One thing it does not know or one thing it does not react is the emotion part, but otherwise it knows anything and everything in the world because that's how it was fed in the real world. How to log in IBM Cloud? It requires a credit card. IBM Cloud, I don't think you can theories that are not tested. Yes. Yes, good answer. Login IBM Cloud, I don't think you will have access to that. What are some, we need access for getting into IBM Cloud. Some underrated areas in AI research that young developers should explore. Sorry, I'm not sure about that field. Maybe I would say that the agentic AI is still not explicitly explored. People are still focused mainly on the chat box and those prompting level only, not the agentic AI, but probably that will the young developers should explore more on that. Same question about chat box because cloud IBM needs a credit card and they suggested Llama, right? Llama, but they told us that it needs a high-end PC. So what to do? I can get that answer for that, but I am not sure whether just a credit card would alone suffice. But we need some additional access as well. Only Python is sufficient for making backend of website. No, not just Python will work. You will have to have some APIs and other tools in programming stuffs. Can we make the chatbot using Python? Yes, please start working on that. Try creating a simple chatbot using Python, and then try to accommodate other additional tools as well for getting into a realistic app. How do AI systems decide what features of data are important? Uh, the AI systems will not decide on its own, but based on the data what we feed in, it actually works. So what we instruct, it will work. So the agentic AI also, the decision making is based on the rule based. So whatever programming that you have entered or that you have created, put in, built in, based on that only it decides. So any AI systems will decide based on the data and the programming, the rules that we have added into the components. What are updates about the human behavior integrating? What are the updates about human behavior integrating in AI technology? Okay. If I understand your question correctly, what level of behaviors, human behaviors are integrated into the AI technology? Now we have voice recognition, voice assistant, and text to speech, and all those things are already there. Vision is also there. Vision assistant is there. Not sure. Maybe the touch also there is there. The human intelligence, right? That emotion, that part is not there. Maybe that I'm not sure whether that will be done in future also, near future also. How can we ensure that AI development remains ethical and unbiased? Very controversial, but I'll say it, AI is not ethical for a normal person. Ethics and morality are not much different, but for people who are behind algorithms of it's purely corporate ethics. Yes, exactly. Very true. Can we generate fake credit card details through AI so we can log into IBM Cloud? Aha. We have seen a lot about policies, ethical considerations, regulations, privacy, and everything. Fraudulent activities, and now we are talking about fake. Very good. Huh? No, we cannot do. That's a big no, in fact. And obviously, IBM Cloud is not that simple thing. It's a very smart one, and you can't even just get into the cloud without having the proper access and security things. Okay. I think that's all I could see in the chat. Details of the project which is given. I don't know what is the project.
I will take those project related queries up,
Okay.
not an issue.
All right. Yeah.
Students,
All
any
right.
other questions? If not, we will close. I mean, ma'am can
Yes.
close for today, and I'll take up the rest of the queries regarding the program.
Sure. Yeah. Thank you so much, team. Thank you so much, students and guys, folks. Thanks for your time and thanks for your patience. And do well. All the very best for your future. Get into a better position. And probably if something happens good, God willing, we'll see in IBM also. So thanks for your time and good luck. Best of luck.
Thank you so
Thank you,
much,
Anne.
Angeline, for such an amazing session where the students, I'm also glad to see all of you interact as well. So thank you so much for taking off time and spending some time with the students here for them to get to know more about what's happening in
Yeah,
the
sure.
industry.
My pleasure. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Angeline.
Thanks,
So
everyone. Yeah.
yeah, so
Have
we'll
a
just
good
get
rest
into
of the
some
day.
queries. Yeah, thanks. Thank you so much, Angeline. Yeah. So students, we'll just get into some queries. Has our speaker for the day takes a leave. So if there are any queries regarding the program, etc., you can ask me now. Angeline, thank you so much. If you'd like to stay, great, or else you can definitely leave the session, not an issue.
Sure. I think I have stopped my sharing. I don't know.
Yes, the
Did
presentation
it?
is just
Okay.
stopped.
Thank you
Yeah,
so much. Yeah. Thanks.
thank you. All right, so students, so that was our Career Connect sessions. Let me just stop the recording for today. Thank you all so much for joining. The attendance link will be sent right soon onto the yeah, just 1 second. I request my team to just cross-check the link that was shared so that we don't mix up. Yeah. Tanmita, requesting you to just put up the attendance link for the program here so that they can fill in the correct attendance form. Thank you, students, so much for joining in. If you have any queries, you can definitely stay back and you can let me know. Or else, have a great day. And just a quick reminder to submit your learning plans if you haven't done so already. I understand there were some challenges with the courses, but I'm pretty sure you can finish it off right now. For in terms of the project, I hope you've gone through the document that was shared with you that clearly shows us and tells us what the project is about. So kindly follow the instructions and work on your submissions. We wouldn't be having an interaction next. So I request maybe if all of you can switch on your cameras and so that we can just take a quick photo to just mark our memory regarding this program. It would be great if I could just see you all and before we close for today, requesting those who are there on YouTube Live to join us on Zoom so that we can take a quick photo and I'll get into the queries and the attendance form right after that. Right, so giving you all some time to just switch on your cameras, including including my team as well. So just let's just take some time to switch on the cameras where I just stop the live for now. Yeah, thank you, students. So those on the live, please come to the Zoom account so that. All right, have you